toccano! Vai, ho detto che no! Vai, ho detto che no! Vai, ho detto che no! Vai, ho detto che no!
World War I was a disastrous 4-year period war. It started in 1914 and it ended in 1918. This included many other wars between different Allied countries. These were fought in trenches, deep holes dug in the ground. The spark was the assassination of the Austrian Heir Ferdinand II by a Serbian nationalist. Although this was a spark, even without it the war was going to happen no matter what, because there was tension in Europe because of many causes.
One of these causes was imperialism. This meant that everyone wanted to control the politics and economies of other groups of people outside of Europe. The countries that had more foreign lands, the superpowers of the time period, were, first of all, the British Empire, and then France, Russia, and Germany. The countries that went outside of Europe, that was the most developed continent to conquer foreign lands and did it, were called colonies. And the countries that were conquered were called colonies. This was a game for them because they would gather raw materials with cheap labor.
This is an example of a cartoon made to represent the competition between the countries, in this case fighting over China. The countries are represented with animals to show how violent and aggressive they were. The animals are fighting over a dead body, representing China's.
A race began between European countries to conquer more land. This created jealousy and conflict between these countries. For example, one of the greatest scramble was the scramble for Africa. The motivation for this virgin conquest was the white man's burden. Basically, they wanted to help and civilize these poor lost non-white men and women. This created a race between European countries to claim more territory because of the natural resources this country had.
This cartoon represents 7 countries from Europe fighting over Africa. They were pulling each side of the map and are sweating. This represents how they wanted to get a better country in Africa with more resources, and this political map shows how Africa was divided between the European powers. Each color represents a country. By this, we can see which superpowers had more and which less. The Berlin Conference was held in 1885 to avoid war and divide Africa between themselves peacefully. Although, as we previously said, it still created a rivalry between countries.